This is how the room may be set up. Each kit comes with a lesson plan that you can also find at wolf-ridge.org/resources. These are the supplies that each table will have. Begin the activity by finding out what students already know about paper and paper making. Some example questions with other information can be found in the lesson plan. Take some time to discuss the history of paper, as well as how it is used today and what the future looks like. Finally, talk about paper as a resource. Ask students how much paper they think they use in a year. Use the 1 pound ream of paper and let students guess. They will be shocked with the answer. 600 pounds. List samples of renewable and non-renewable resources on the board, as well as the environmental pros and cons of various paper products we use. Now students may begin to create their own paper. They may select paper from the paper bin and collect a small, thumb-sized piece of wool and cotton fibers. The fibers will give strength to the paper. Back at their station, students should rip their paper into tiny pieces and sort into piles on their yellow paper sorting tray. Students should retrieve a blender from the counter and fill the blender with ripped up paper to the yellow line. Don't forget to add the wool and cotton fibers. Bring the blender to the sink and fill with water to the blue line. Depending on the age of students, a teacher may wish to monitor the blending process. Hold the cover tightly as you blend to the desired consistency, about 10 to 30 seconds. The wooden frame is called a deckle. Each station should have a closed deckle in a dry deckle tub. Pour the paper slurry evenly into the deckle. Jiggle the deckle or use your fingers to spread and arrange the slurry evenly. Let the slurry drain for a minute. Students should then carefully open the deckle and lay the felt, called a couch, gently on top of the paper. Press out the water. Wring out the couch and repeat many times. Finally, use the roller with pressure on top of the couch a couple of times to get out the last bit of water. Students may get 1 tray from the drying locker. This will fit their 4 pieces of paper. They should remember the letter on the tray, or you may choose to make a list for the class. Gently peel away the paper from the deckle. Lay the paper carefully on the drying tray. Reuse the couch for the other pieces of paper. Students may make up to 4 pieces of paper. They can experiment with different colors. When students are done making paper, slide the drying trays into the proper labeled slots. Place the wet couches on an empty drying tray and put into the paper dryer. Close the door and set the timer for 12 hours. Make sure to return to the classroom the next morning to remove the dried paper. Clean up by throwing extra paper into the paper bin, dumping the water from the tubs into the sink, cleaning and rinsing the deckles and blenders, picking up bits of paper and cotton on the floor, putting all materials neatly into the cabinets in the classroom, and drying and folding the tables. If there were any issues with the kit, such as low supplies, please inform your liaison. I hope you enjoy your experience with paper making at Wolf Ridge.